This is the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter at Twig Radio. Do it now.
Welcome back in to the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D-Squared. Let's go to the guest line. You'll notice, man, from Boyz N the Hood, Jerry Maguire, Men of Honor, Judgment Night, greatest soundtrack ever, Cuba Gooding Jr. joins us. How you doing, bro?
D-Squared, I'm blessed every day. No complaints here, bro. No complaints.
Yeah, you right, man. All right, so look, you got a brand new flick out. It is streaming now, available anywhere. Movies are streaming. Angels Fallen, oh my God, I literally just, where did it go? Warriors of Peace. I suck at my job, Cuba.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm excited about this one. It's streaming now, and my agent called me and said that there's these twin producer-director duos by the name of Ali and Zeus Zamani. Remember that name?
Okay.
They said that they've done a sequel to a movie they did 4 years ago where they wanted you to play the Archangel Balthazar in a story about these American soldiers who are caught up in a conflict in Iraq, and they have to be convinced that they're not only fighting a physical battle, but a spiritual battle as well, and it's the tale. And I'm telling you, these two guys sent me footage of what they were going to do before they finished the movie, and I said, yeah, I got to be a part of these guys' career, not only because of the visuals, but the way that they're just brilliant storytellers. I mean, I haven't met guys this excitable. I call it the Quentin Tarantino aspect. You look at the names that are in this movie that came aboard just based on the way that the excitement level of these guys talking about the movies they're going to make. You know, it reminded me of the Tony and Ridley Scotts back in the day. These guys are the real deal.
Dude, you got Randy Couture, Denise Richards in there, and then you and Josh Burdett, who plays Gabriel. Those were really cool. It's funny, sometimes you can always sort of sometimes predict what the dialogue's going to say. It was just interesting to me because when you and Gabriel first meet, it was like, your number's been pulled was your line. I'm like, I didn't see that one coming. Like, that was a cool way to introduce it.
Yeah, and it's great because a lot of people are going to find new talent in this, and that's Josh Burdett. I mean, this guy's a London guy who came over here, and you get lost up in his energy, and you can't predict chemistry, and working with this next generation actor, man. I mean, this guy was focused on really just creating that repartee that you got to experience during that first scene, and I could throw any line at him, and he was ready for it. So, and I think people are going to enjoy that energy.
We're visiting with Oscar winner Cuba Gooding Jr. Angels Fallen, Warriors of Peace is out now streaming. Look, one of the other things I wanted to ask you, this kind of has some religious overtones, but also you're going to be in another movie, The Firing Squad.
That's right.
Is religion a huge factor, like your faith a huge factor in your life, man?
Listen, it's the theme I'm at right now. I was saying to my agents a while ago, I said, man, it seems like we as a society has gotten so far away from God and our faith, It's not cool to be, go to church anymore. A guy walked into a church the other day and pulled a gun on a pastor.
Jesus. And
clicked and it didn't fire, I mean, it's like... That's a miracle. Sorry?
I said that's a miracle right there.
Yeah, it's a miracle, right? And so I think this film and Firing Squad, which will go out in the theaters August 2nd, which is a week from Friday, I think that these movies have this message of hope and renewal of faith that we as a nation need right now. And that was another true story too. The Americans are doing drugs in Indonesia and get put in an Indonesian prison and sentenced to death. And then they meet my character, who's another inmate, and how they navigate and find their faith in the darkest hour. It's I'm not a preachy guy, but I think it's time for us to heal, and that's why you go to the theater. You go for 2 hours and you sit there and you leave, and no matter what you're dealing with, you feel like you can overcome the difficulties in your life based on the extremes that you see in these tales. And I think it's time for films like this.
We're visiting with Oscar winner Cuba Gooding Jr. Bayou Caviar, your directorial debut. You filmed it right here in my hometown. I'm in New Orleans right now. So, like, what was your favorite place to go when you came down here, bro?
I mean, where didn't I go? The Bourbon Street was probably, I stayed at the Ritz-Carlton. So after I'd film, I'd just go out the back door and right down the street. And I tell people the thing about New Orleans is you can walk in any little bar, and you walk in and you're seeing a band that could tour with the Stones. You're literally seeing talent at every place you walk into. You're seeing some drummer or some guitarist or some vocalist that you're like, why doesn't this person have a song on the radio right now? It's truly an embarrassment of riches when it comes to talent in New Orleans. Dude, and I miss it, and I'll be back soon. And Selma, I shot Selma there too. I love New Orleans.
Dude, all right, dude, that's just awesome. Yeah, because I was a vocal major in college, and a couple of my fellow classmates were jocks and stuff like Cats Meow, just doing karaoke crap, but they could always work a crowd, and that was pretty awesome, man. Cuba Gooding Jr.
I love it.
Angels Fallen, Warriors of Peace is out now, and look, shoot, we got like 30 seconds, but we're almost at 35 years for Boyz N the Hood. We're like 2 years shy of Boyz N the Hood, man.
Wow, yeah, that'll always be my special one. John Singleton, and playing Trey opposite Ice Cube and all the talent, Lawrence Fishburne, and then fast forward to 2016. Doing the People versus O.J. Simpson, and John Singleton walking into episode 5 to direct that episode, and him and I crying like little babies saying, look how far our careers have come. But that started it all with Boyz N the Hood, and I'll never forget it.
Cuba, thank you so much for your time, man, and I wish you the greatest success moving forward, my friend.
Thank you, brother. Good talking to you.
All right, that was Oscar winner Cuba Gooding Jr. His new movie, Angels Fallen, Warriors of Peace, is out streaming now. And as always, we strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, The Week in Geek Radio Show. Follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio, the Instagram's The Week in Geek. And of course, download that free iHeartRadio app. Click that little red microphone button.
Well, hello there.
And you too can be a part of the show. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.